Hi everybody, Pole Position RC here for you, and in this video we're just going to show you the steps required to install the RC4WD Warn 9.5cti Winch and the wireless remote and receiver unit, which are really cool. Now I've already had this installed, recently took it off just so I can do some stuff including waterproofing the circuit board, which you can check that video out in the playlist, so please do. Yeah, so this is now fully waterproof, so I can happy to drive that underwater. So basically what we did was we removed first thing was remove the front bumper. We put the longer body posts or bumper posts here on the bumper so that we can extend, push out how far the bumper sits. And that just involves removing these two screws with a 2mm hex wrench, which is this sucker right here. And then we basically took the plate off the bottom of the silver plate off the bottom of the winch itself and just marked out where it needs to sit on the bumper, on the top of the bumper, so that it's as centered as possible. So I think that's pretty centered. And then took I think it was a 2mm, yeah, because these are not, I think these are M2 screws, maybe M2.5, I'm not sure. But took a 2mm drill and just made the holes through there, and then followed through, marked the holes so that we can access from the bottom, just in through like so that we can attach the front screws. So you can see that these the holes actually go through where the bumper posts are, but it doesn't affect the strength of the bumper. And so we can attach and detach these as we need. Make sure to use thread locking compound, such as this stuff, on these screws, and when reattaching the plate to the main winch unit. Okay. Now what I did was, and I'll go into this further in another video, I attached a snatch block to a land anchor and the end of the winch cable to one of the metal shackles that we installed on the front bumper. So I'm just going to reattach this. Now this is easiest if you have a needle nose, pair of needle nose pliers, but you can use something like these hemostats very easily as well. I use these for soldering stuff so I don't burn my fingers. Not that it makes me a good soldering genius or anything, but there you go. And then this is going to attach to the top of the roof bar, the roof cage, roof rack, roof rack. So you can see that snatch block at the top there is permanently attached basically to the top of the to the winch. And I've got that heavy duty, the normal size D-ring or shackle is attached there, and then I've got a one-piece land anchor. So there we are. So that is it pretty much. So just going to skip ahead, install this back onto the truck, and go from there. Okay, so we've just reattached the bumper onto the chassis, and like I said, I've already done the waterproofing on this, and I've already attached to the speedo side of the battery plug. I've already attached the power wires, so it's getting direct battery voltage into the controller, which goes there, and that way this wire can connect to this plug there. So yeah, that is it. So that lets the battery basically power the winch controller directly, and you can shoe glue or zip tie this to, well, you'd have to drill some holes, but that's not a big deal. If you want to zip tie this to the top of the receiver case. Now if you wanted to, and this is what I'm planning to do, is remove this entire, if you watch my transmission breakdown video, you can remove this whole transmitter, like the electronics box basically, and move the electronics back here and put the battery right here, ideally just above the transfer case shaft, the drive shaft there. So that is what I'm planning to do. Maybe even mount it so it's at an angle or something like that. And that way all the electronics will be sitting in the back, nice and light, with the heavy weight of the battery right up front. So yeah, that is about it, I think. And then attaching or connecting this, you bind this, which is great. This is actually a radio controller. So you bind this to this unit, and I just have this attached with using this lanyard to the handle of my radio, like this. So now I made this just out of some cord that I had, and so it is nice and handy. I'm gonna actually get some Velcro and just Velcro it there so that I can basically, when I'm just driving or filming by myself, I can control the throttle, like and the steering with one hand, like that, and then use this to use this hand to control the winch. And so I'm slowly pulling in the winch as I'm giving a little bit of throttle and steering as necessary. So it's pretty cool. It's a very nice setup. Definitely recommend it. I should have mentioned before that did get this from RC Bits. You can check out the link in the description down below for both of these items. So I want to thank RC Bits for giving us a good deal on the winch and the controller setup. It has come in very handy several times, so it's definitely a good setup and definitely recommend it. So if you want to check out, I'll be doing another video. There will be a separate video where I describe what and why this this snatch block setup is for, and how to set it up with the Venture or any scaler, really. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that and the video wasn't too long. If you did, please give us a thumbs up down there, hit that like button, and if you are logged into YouTube while you're at it, you may as well subscribe so you don't miss any future crawling or other RC videos that we might be doing. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out the Facebook page. Just search for Pole Position RC Gear. That's the logo that you want to be looking for. And we're also on Instagram, Pole Position RC Gear. So yep, that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.